point was I understood this guy, Rick. This guy, he doesn't answer questions. He dances around the Bible. That's not my first encounter with him.
Okay,
And
well, that stuff is true. Rick is
he's hypocritical. He's very hypocritical. He's super hypocritical. He will preach from the Bible that it's vain blasphemy to keep talking to somebody who doesn't believe, but he'll stand there on the street corners and force his belief onto people who don't want to even hear it.
That's not forcing. That's not forcing. Forcing is like what your ancestors did when they threatened to behead people if they didn't believe Islam. Okay, that's force. What Rick's doing is not force.
Those were not my ancestors.
Whatever, man.
Those were the infiltrators. We already went over this.
Oh, the infiltrate. Yeah, all the infiltrators.
Yes, my ancestors were in the book of Ezra.
That's right. Your ancestors of their own volition didn't decide to enslave and be pedophiles. That's right. That was forced upon them from an invading culture. That's right. That wasn't their choice.
From the Muslim Arabs.
They were choosing to be murderous pedophiles. That's right. That was forced on them. Right. Okay.
Muhammad was Arab. So go look it up. We're Persians.
You're not understanding my point.
What's up?
What's up to everyone? What's up to everyone here? Numi, I swear to fuck, if you sabotage this conversation in any way, I'm not just gonna kick you. I'm gonna ban you again. And you're going to have to wait until I decide.
It's ridiculous. Your bullshit is really over the top, man.
What's so bullshit? I'm the only guy who answered him.
By the way, you never answered my wife yesterday. She came in to talk to you and said that she wanted to do a show with you. I said I'd let her do any show she wanted on my channel, because she was like, well, I try, she was telling me, she's like, I get in the room and I try to talk, and then Dave comes in or Fro comes in or someone comes in, and then I get drowned out. I said, I'll tell you what, sweetheart, I'll let you do your own show on the channel. Anything you want, anything you want to do. And you know what she wants to do? She wants to do a money show with you.
Anything she wants, and she chose me.
Wow. And you ignored her yesterday.
Not really. We weren't going to do the show yesterday. I said I was down.
Yeah, I know, but you basically ignored her request, and you seemed to really didn't give a shit. So
no, that's not true.
Well,
that was the first time she mentioned it, and I said, "Yeah, I'm down."
Because this just happened the other night. This just happened the other night.
Yeah, so don't say I'm not down. I'm down.
She said she doesn't feel like she's been respected in the spaces so much, and that's fine. That I told her, I said, well, you got to cut through. These are guys here, and
bro. My woman felt the same. That's why I said, don't be so hostile. Right? Women, they're different, man.
I don't want to talk about that right now.
I know, but that's how she's feeling. They're the same. Trust me. The women, they think the same.
My thing is I do want my wife to have a chance to have an outlet that she actually wants to do, not just the shit I'm doing, but something that she actually wants to do.
Yeah.
And what she would like to do is a money show, because she likes Dave Ramsey and all that stuff like that. And amongst the people in the community, she figured it would be fun to do that show with you. So
I actually do that for a living too, so it'll make sense. Yeah.
Great. So she wants to do that. You guys can have a show called Heideology. She already picked a name, made a thumbnail and everything. So now you just have to figure out a time. I let her know, but you really showed like you didn't even care yesterday. What you cared about yesterday was more of this trolling and just diffusing the value of the conversations.
No, to be honest with you, when she said it, I said I'm down. But I thought, to be honest, I thought it was just a troll. She was just, having fun.
No,
but if she's serious,
she was 100% dead serious.
I didn't know she's 100%. But now that I know, I'm gonna say it again. I am 100% down.
Okay, all right.
Right. So let her know.
So here's the thing. When this stuff is going on here with Dave, and you want to come in. You got to stop this shit, and don't act like you don't know what you're doing.
So basically, can I just save it for the show for me and Lo? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not. No, because when you're on the show with Lo, you're going to be talking money matters and stuff. You're not talking any of this stuff. That's going to be different topics. You know, but you'll probably talk about money and Epstein and whatever stuff she wants to talk about.
That's going to be so interesting. I can't wait.
Dodgers. Probably talk about the Dodgers, and I'm not even going to be there. I told her too. I'm going to stay out of it completely. It's her show.
Way. Dreams do come true.
I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna interrupt. I'm not gonna take over. It's her show.
Because you're the only guy who pisses me off. You know that, right? I'm okay with everybody except you.
I don't. But, I don't care who you're. That doesn't matter to me. That's irrelevant.
Wow.
That's not true. You have cursed me out as well.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You and Fro, I can't
you've
stand.
been at odds with everyone at multiple points in time. Everyone's had
you, Fro, and everyone. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so anyway, I want to get into free will. Numi, I swear to God, I want to open up this free will dialogue here a little bit. I'd like Fro to be involved too, and I want Dave to be able to hear it and get something out of it with Scam Chan here. And I swear to fuck Numi, if you sabotage this conversation, and don't say you don't know what you're doing or are surprised when it happens. You know what you're doing, and I'm not going to believe that you don't know what you're doing. So don't you dare. You can contribute, you can be here, but do not sabotage this conversation, or I will just ban you. And you'll have to wait until my next show on Cone Club Cult to come in there and talk to Lo and arrange a time. You're just going to get banned. I'm not going to fuck around with it anymore. Dave is
no, that's fine. We don't need to talk anymore. When do we get our show?
All right,
Dave, me and Lo.
Dave, so here's the thing. So I want to do a little dialogue here, Fro. You can get in on it too with Scam Chan here, because he's an atheist, and as an atheist, they're almost necessarily tied to some form of deterministic reality, devoid of choice. So you'll get to see a good scope of kind of what the other side anti-free will looks like. And then the free will arguments that flow necessarily from it, and the type of reality you're left with as an entailment once you deny the existence of free will. So Scam Chan, go ahead. Did you want to open up and say something or make a challenge or a question or present your point of view about reality and its determinism and how you justify that it's determinism? Anything like that? Go ahead.
Well, that's a whole lot to start off from.
Well, I mean anything. Well, no, I mean if you have a particular point about anti free will reality or causal determinism or just naturalistic determinism. I don't know which paradigm you have, but just inform us your position and your central ontological or epistemological justification, and then we'll take it from there.
Well, I just go by what's in the book. What's in the book so far? I mean, if you want to go,
which book? What book are we talking about?
Your Bible.
Okay, well that's 66.
Believe it. You're an atheist.
That's 66 books.
I know.
I know. You go by the book, but you don't believe it. So that doesn't make any sense. So you just told us you go by our book, but you don't believe the book.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. How can you go by a book you don't believe?
Wait a minute. But
I don't have to wait a minute. That's as long. It only takes 3 seconds to figure that out.
No, but look, see, but you guys have been going back and forth about what's
your book that I believe is false told me a truth about reality. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
What kind of bullshit is this?
What I'm saying is this: if y'all gonna argue about this book for over 3 hours or so,
who cares if we argue about it? You just told us that you go by the book. We don't care about our argument right now.
Okay, I'm trying to make my point. So
so are you trying to make an internal critique, or are you defending your worldview? I don't understand.
I'm doing both. I'm starting with the book. I'm starting with the book. What the book.
So you're starting with an internal critique.
Well, look, I looked at everybody going back and forth about the book. Then free will thing came up. So I'm looking at it. If you're supposed to have free will, why would a God need to harden anybody's heart?
Need to?
It either he did or he didn't.
Hardening of a heart is a judicial action.
So in other words, you don't have free will if he can jump in and harden your heart.
No. You have free will up until you have free will within the scope of your nature. But see, exercising of that free will also comes with consequence. I don't think you disagree with that. And one of the consequence, certainly in a God reality, is answering to the God of consequence, which is, the God of the Bible. So one of those potential consequences of the perpetual willful rejection of God is the concreting of that rejection or the judgment of that person while they're still living. This is Romans 1, as well as Romans 9, talking about the judicial hardening of Pharaoh's heart. And you'll notice from the text in Exodus, Pharaoh is the one who decides to harden his heart the first 9 times before God finally gives judicial hardening, judges Pharaoh, hardens his heart. And we don't know how he even did that. It could have been exterior, it could have been internal, it could have been any number of different mechanisms, which we're not told. But that was done as the judgment against Pharaoh had now already been passed. He was given every opportunity to repent and turn from his wickedness and let the people go, but he kept perpetually hardening his own heart. And then as we see, God will give someone over to a reprobate mind. Someone can be judged guilty and condemned before they take their last breath.
So now that I've said that, now we're going to go into the next part. So if your God has a plan, is there a way for a mortal using his free will to change that plan?
What are you talking about?
Well, that's a very complex question. So it would depend what you're expecting God's plan to be. Now, if you want to say that God's plan has to involve everything at the microdynamic level, then yes. But I don't think the Bible necessarily teaches that. God can have his will done in a grand scope as much as he can at the precise. So, for instance, God could will, he would want everyone to come to him and be reconciled to him and all that. But that want and that desire does not supersede the desire for mankind to have a free will, loving relationship with him. So it's more important to preserve a free will, dynamic environment so that he can have a meaningful relationship with his creation than it is to create an environment where everyone is forced to absolutely do his will with no autonomy to themselves at all. That becomes an evil, lesser reality that a good God wouldn't create. It's a world of mind rape. It's a world of everyone forced into deterministic paths. So when you're talking about, can someone change the will of God, you have to be way more specific about what kind of will. Because there are wills at levels that take precedence. So like God's not going to compromise the goodness of reality to have a free will loving relationship with his creation just to necessarily change something. So when you say, can someone change God's will about reality? There's a lot of vague categories you're dealing with there as to what kind. And then also, we have to crack in to the discussion of, what scope of the will that God is expressing are we even talking about? Because if it's just a reality where there's a free will, loving relationship with the creation and a mitigation of evil factors, well, that's the perfect reality in which we live. So I don't know.
So you helping prove my point, right?
What's your point?
In other words, let's say if prayer really works, and let's say you're praying for somebody to be healed, and that person was supposed to die for certain other things to take place. So can your prayer change that plan?
There's no God, dude.
Well, hold on. No. Can I change God's timeless plan that he has for reality that he had outside of reality? No. That's not, again, now I guess you're talking about his absolute will or his sovereign will or his perfected will, which is generally from my camp, and I'm a Molinist, we deal with these in scopes. We don't deal with them in absolute factoids or individual facts. We deal with them in scopes or ranges. So you're communicating. I think what you're doing is you're kind of communicating in a very deterministic mindset to someone who has a theology that doesn't have determinism as a part of it. So some of this is getting a little muddled. There's different categories of will. And it sounds like you're kind of isolating it all into a singular category.
Well, if certain people are put into a position to do certain things that go on down the line, that's part of his plan, right? So who are we as mortals to make a prayer for certain things to happen?
You're acting like the individual actualizations of will are his plan. And I'm saying his plan could be just for people to have that free will choice, and that's where his plan ends at the exposure of secondary agency. See, you have primary agency and secondary agency. You do understand that, right?
I just look at it like you're making a lot of excuses.
Oh, no, dude, you're communicating with very, very deep philosophy here. No, hold on. Stop. You're communicating with topics that are actually deep philosophy. And you're acting like it needs to be simple. Like you're talking about deep philosophy, like ontology of the universe itself that people spend decades studying. And you're like, nope, I got it figured out. I don't even need to read a fucking book.
I didn't say I had it figured out.
That's basically what you're doing.
Upset. What are you getting so upset about?
I'm not getting upset. I'm just saying. I mean, it's a very frustratingly stupid, thing to say to me. That somehow this extremely complex topic needs to be simpler.
Hey, Smokey, can I ask something really quick?
What?
Well, Scam, are you, just for clarification, are you an atheist?
Yes, sir.
That makes no sense. That's the whole thing. Don't make any sense.
No, what I'm trying to get clarification. I'm trying to.
He's doing an internal critique, Dave. He's doing an internal critique. He's analyzing our worldview to look for internal inconsistencies. That's what he's doing. The problem is he's forcing deterministic viewpoints into the paradigm that he's critiquing that aren't necessarily supported there. That's the problem.
I'll pull a typical Christian on it. Scan Chan, Jesus loves you, buddy.
Oh, you know what? Okay, now you're removed because you wanted to do that. I literally warned you. I said, don't you dare sabotage this conversation, and you just can't help yourself. You just can't. So now you're gone, and you're going to stay gone for right now. So go ahead, Scam Chan.
Well, what I was getting to is this: if God has a plan, He knows the beginning. All the way.
But what are you saying the plan is? You tell me what you perceive the plan to be.
Dude, you don't believe in God. What are you talking about God for if you don't believe in him?
So I can't ask a question.
You asking a question about a God you don't believe in. You don't even believe in God. What?
Well, how do you get a belief if you don't discover
that
what
ain't
you
my
believe
problem.
is to be true?
I already believe.
Okay. So maybe you don't need to be convinced. Maybe I do.
So really Scam Chan, you need to be more clear about what you are isolating the plan to be.
I'm trying.
Are you talking about the plan being the authorship of secondary agency, or the plan being above that, just controlling the limit and scope of secondary agency? You need to pick a category.
Well, what I did was I started off small and I'm widening the scope.
Okay, he's not going to even understand what the fuck I'm
understanding exactly what you're talking about. So
you clearly don't. Okay, well then repeat what I just said. Steelman my position. Steelman the categories that I just gave you between God's plan. The two categories I just gave you of God's plan. Steelman them for me.
Isn't his plan to save everyone? Or just
oh my fucking God, man.
Huh?
No, you didn't understand what the fuck I said then, did you? I'm going to give it to you one more time. Listen close.
Why? Wait, hold on. Why is it that I get a chance to ask a couple of questions and you getting upset at the questions?
Because you're not understanding what I'm saying at all. I think you might be close to illiterate.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you are.
Maybe.
I think you are, because I don't think you understand shit about what I'm saying. Do you? Okay, let's go through some terms and let's clarify some terms here. Do you know what secondary agency is?
No, I probably don't.
Okay.
I probably
Secondary agency is the agency or autonomy that's given to the secondary agent. So it's a second tier of creation. You have God, who is the primary agent. He's the primary decision maker. He's the one that decided to make reality, right? So he's the primary agent. He's also objective in his viewpoint. Then you have secondary agency, which is the agency given to the creation that he's given. It's why, foxes can choose to dig burrows or hunt rabbits, and why we can choose to, fuck or smoke weed. These dynamics are present. That's secondary agency. Now, we hold, and certainly as far as I know, most people over here, maybe not everyone, but we tend to hold the idea that God does not author secondary agency. When you choose chocolate or vanilla, God didn't decide for you which one of those you were going to choose. He simply decided to have the ice cream parlor there. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Is he there?
Oh my goodness.
Dave, did you understand what I was saying there?
Yeah, I kind of do. That's a pretty simple. I mean, I got an ice cream parlor down here on the street, and I can go in there and choose my flavor.
Right. Now, you didn't choose to put the ice cream parlor there.
God didn't drive me down the street and say, you're going to get a chocolate ice cream cone because that's what I
Exactly. Now, God did choose to create a reality where ice cream parlors exist and where you can live close to one and where you choose to live close to one and where you choose to go down and pick up chocolate ice cream because you like it, or maybe you feel like vanilla today. And God did not choose any of those secondary agency decisions for you. He simply chose the canvas in which all of it is taking place.
Right.
But here's what I do when I go to the ice cream place. I go to Carol's Cones down here. That's what we got. We got she's got a whole load of shit. She's got all sorts of flavors. There's like 20 some flavors in there at least. And I walk in and I say, and then the whole line is out to the door because it's usually packed. And when I get to that ice cream, she said, what would you like? I said, I'm waiting on God to predetermine what I should have. And I stand there and I say, I'm going to wait till he tells me. And everybody gets mad because we're there till it closes. Then they hang the sign up and they're, what the fuck are you doing, Casper?
Oh my God.
I said, well, I don't have any free will. So I'm just waiting for him to choose for me.
Oh my goodness.
I've done it. You don't think I have?
I mean, we can go deeper on this. There's multiple layers to this. I don't know how deep anyone wants to go in this conversation, but there's various other analogies to this I can give that might give a little deeper perspective, because part of the issue and what you're challenging, Scamchan, I think, is basically the idea of, if God doesn't determine every tiny thing, then how is he sovereign over reality? Am I kind of getting that right?
Nope.
We just can't understand things. How come we don't understand this stuff, Scamchan? Are we like just kind of weird that we don't understand this stuff?
So my thing is this. So you telling me that this same God is creating people that.
What do you mean he's creating people? He's not. The people exist other than Adam. Everyone since Adam and Eve exists because people exercise secondary agency that God did not author, to choose a mate and then to have sex and then to have a kid. And that kid made secondary agency decisions of who they were going to fuck and who they were going to have a kid with, and so on and so forth down the line. God didn't author those decisions. So what do you mean by he created a person too? Like you're preloading hyper-determinism into your questions as if it's part of our worldview. It isn't.
I didn't say whether it is or isn't. What I'm saying is,
when you said, will God create a person, and you're talking about someone out there today, you just brushed over the whole.
So every time you open your mouth, you're actually saying that we infer. You actually start explaining that we are presenting something, and you tell us what we're presenting. I'm sitting here thinking, I didn't present any of this. Where's this guy?
Well, let's put it this way. I don't know if this is part of the equation or not, but
Kim Chen, who taught you your theology? Who taught you your theology?
If he's creating everything, he's responsible for it.
He
right?
doesn't have theology. He doesn't believe in God.
Right. If he's creating everything, he's responsible for everything, right?
So you're a Gnostic atheist. Okay. No, God is not responsible for secondary agency choices because he doesn't author them. Like are you saying that God is obligated to make a certain reality? Is this what you're arguing?
I don't know. I just look at it like this. But if he didn't want something to happen, it wouldn't happen. That's where I'm at. So if he knows the beginning from the end, he knew before he even created.
Yeah, then you're just talking about God creating a non-free will reality. You're talking about the necessity where God creates a reality where everyone is forced into alignment with perfect will all the time, and there's no real relationship there. It's just a universe of automatons. It's empty. It's cold. It's sterile.
Isn't that what Adam and Eve were before they ate?
Can you pull up Romans 9 real quick, Dave?
What were they before they ate? Weren't they automatons before they ate?
That passage about
what's an automaton?
Enduring the vessels of destruction or enduring the vessels of wrath. That part there. Can you read that little section there?
Yeah, let me shut this one off here. Hold on. Oh, that's not going to work, is it?
Can I ask a question while you're looking that up, Smokey?
As long as it is quick and it doesn't distract me too much from this we're trying to do.
Got it.
Yeah, so what is the difference between God's will and what is predetermined?
So, again, that goes back to categories of will, Fro. So you have permissive will, you have perfect will or actualized will, and these are different things, each dealing with different scopes and ranges of reality. But that's a lot more of a complex thing to dig into. But the easy answer to your question is you're dealing with different categories of will.
Okay. And where can I look up those categories?
What do you mean?
Like where can I find those categories?
I'll talk to you later about it. There's some stuff even by like William Lane Craig or some of these philosophers that would give you a little bit idea of the different categories. But you can even just type it in, actually, even into ChatGPT. There's two primary categories and then different theological categories that deal with like soteriology or teleology or something like that. So, but if you type in different categories of God's will, it'll pull up. It'll pull up things like permissive will or perfect will or actualized will, stuff like that.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah, here's the verse right here, 9:22.
Okay, so what if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction,
and
that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy which he had afore prepared unto glory. So when you talk about God actualizing his will to stop bad things from happening, you have a problem. One, again, you create a sterile, cold, loveless reality that a loving God would not create. There's no actual expression of love in it. So it's ontologically impossible and nonsensical to expect a good or loving God to create such a reality. Second of all, you end up punishing the good people for the sake of the bad. You see, the good people get the benefit of a loving relationship with their creator and the riches and the rewards that are contained therein with communion with the creator and a loving relationship with him. They would have to have their relationship, this beautiful relationship, sterilized and destroyed to accommodate and deal with the negative choices of the other agents. So, So
So
you would have
is
to
it-
punish the good people. You would have to punish the good people by now turning them into a sterile creation with no true love expression at all in order to deal with the negative counterparts or the ones that choose the otherwise. And this is also an unjust and bad reality that a good loving God wouldn't create.
So is it loving when a mom puts her child in the oven? Is it loving for the child?
Oh my God, dude. Did you not hear literally anything I just said?
I'm just saying.
This is really
No, it's
whacked
not
up, man.
loving. No,
This
it's
is
not
rough.
loving. It's also not loving to create a reality where such a thing would be impossible.
So in other words, an innocent child.
Because now you sterilized reality to say, well, this evil thing should be stopped from happening. Okay.
Right.
Well, great. Well, okay. Well, where do you draw the line?
So the baby didn't deserve to live?
No. Where do you draw the line? Is it just babies in the oven? Is it cutting babies up? Is it having abortions? Where do you draw the line? Is it blasphemy? How much evil and which level should God stop?
A chance to live?
No, how much is stop, dude? How much evil and at what level should God stop? Should he stop your blasphemous fucking mouth?
I'm not everywhere, but God is, right?
So God should come down and stop your blasphemous mouth. That's loving.
If
He
that's
doesn't
the
believe in
case, if that's the case, if it saves,
No. Not if that's the case, asshole.
That's the case.
Don't turn this into some fucking cop-out bullshit answer.
That's what you just did.
No, I didn't, asshole.
Well, the
You're not
baby
even
don't
understanding.
deserve
You
to
know what,
live.
dude? Can you
The
read?
baby
Can you
doesn't
actually
deserve to
read?
live.
Scam Chan, can you actually read? Can you read?
That's what got me here. Reading. Is
You know what, man?
Reading was what got me to ask the question.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
And
No,
it
it
seems
didn't.
like reading is getting you upset.
Well, so what did you read? Just the
I'm
Bible?
reading it- I'm
And just
reading it.
interpreted it in your own mind, in your own way, in your own
I'm
third
just
world,
saying,
first
God
world
is supposed to
perspective?
be Good. So I don't know the good and letting the baby die. What's that? Is that good or evil? Which one is it?
Letting a baby die?
Yeah.
It could be morally neutral. It could
Really?
be good. It could
Really?
be good.
So
It
when
could
the
be
mom,
good. Yes.
So when the
So-
mom chops her baby's head off and throws it in the dumpster and rides
Again,
around,
dude,
with
you're
the
not
body,
understanding my
that's the
point.
thing?
The other option is for God to create a reality where he stops all evil dead in its tracks before it starts. And then we either don't have a free will reality or we don't have a reality at all. You can't just say, well, baby mutilation. Okay, well, what about the 10,000 other evil things people do? Should he stop all those too, including your blasphemous mouth? And
So
then
that's-
what?
So wait
And
a
then
minute.
what?
So wait a minute. So those things are happening in heaven too, right? He's not going to stop
No.
it there either, right?
No, because the people that have chosen to be there have passed the test.
Okay, so
Free
in other
gracers ain't getting in. Sorry to say, free gracers sure as shit ain't getting in.
words,
The people that think it's okay to rebel and defy God and to go against him, they're not the ones getting in.
So God can't save the innocent, right?
And by the way, even after they do get into heaven, is there still a free range of free will where they could probably rebel? Yeah, possibly. I mean,
Probably.
Satan did.
Probably.
You know?
not. That's
Well, Satan did. Satan did, and he was the most honored amongst all the angels, and he figured out a way to rebel.
Well, you won't.
Who
need a
says?
new- you
Who
won't- you
says?
won't need a-
Who says
you won't
these
need a
verses
new
deal
heaven
with
if-
every dynamic of human free will expression?
You won't need a new heaven if the first one is good, right?
Well, actually, the goal of Christianity isn't heaven at all. The goal of Christianity is the new earth. That's a new creation. We're not just spirits floating around in the clouds. Like that's Hollywood bullshit. You know, the real focus, the real promise is that residing with God in a new kingdom on an earth
Yeah.
in a resurrected bodies. So does free will end there? I don't think so.
Well, if the least of us have no value, then so we are really lost then, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So if a
I
baby
don't know what
can't,
you're saying.
if a baby can't be saved, then who are we? We're
Even
either
a baby can't be saved. What are you talking about?
they being chopped up. They've been chopped
So where
up.
do they go after that?
I don't know. I can't speak for what happens. I'm speaking about
Here's
now.
the thing, man. You
We're
know,
here now, right?
look
So-
at I'll tell you what. Let's take one of the big ones that I'm sure you hate. You hate the flood story, right? That's probably really shitty to you, and babies drowning and all that type stuff, right?
No, I don't really hate that. I don't really hate that.
You hate the baby getting put in the
No, I
oven,
don't
but
really-
babies
you
drowned to
wanna know
death.
why?
in
You
the
wanna know why
global
I don't
flood.
hate-
You got no problem with that. Is that fucking what you're telling me?
Oh, I got a problem with it, but I don't worry about that. I'm worried about where we are right now.
Okay, well, I'm trying to make a point about. Well, you're blaming God for both anyway. So
Well,
Let me break in here for a second. We got something more important. We got more important fish to fry than this guy wasting our time. We got Brandon live that's got you on there, and this is ridiculous.
oh God,
This
what
was
now?
developed. I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but he's live right now with Bob,
Wherefore
and he's
receive
got the
ye
title
one another
"Smoky
as
Saint
Christ
is truly
also
demonic,"
received
and they've
us
been
into
going on and on about
glory.
it for
Where's
3
this?
hours.
Hold on.
I didn't even know anything about it.
Look for.
So
Oh, there it is.
fuck
That
this
ye
guy
How
with
come
his
they
bullshit.
they don't come and debate me about it? You think? How
No,
come they
glorify
sit there and
God,
whine about me
even
and
the
don't come
Father
debate
of
it
our
with me?
Lord
You think?
Jesus Christ.
Why don't you go in
Let me
there
go
and
back
see how
even
long you
more
last
here.
and then come
Now
back?
the
He's got a
God of
link.
patience
I'll watch it.
and
Probably
consolation
won't last long. Is it
grant
you and I
you
Yeah, try it
cooperative?
out. Just
like-minded,
engage the
one
motherfucker
toward
if he
another,
wants to really,
according to
run his
Jesus
mouth.
Christ.
Let's see
Yeah.
what he's got.
So
You
this
figure I just thought I'd break and let you
40,000,
know. Unless you want to
20,000
still talk to this
different
eighth
denominations of
here. I
Christianity
just want to let
All
you know
right, I
what's
can do
going
that.
on.
is
Give me a sec. I gotta plug my
absolutely
phone
a
in anyway, so give me a
blemish
minute. I'll go do
on
that.
the
All right,
real
I'll watch
church.
it.
God's not happy. That's why he even said judgment will begin at the house of God. And that is anyone who is indwelt with the Holy Spirit. You're the house of God. Us all together are the body of Christ. That's according to scripture. So yes, you need to be honest and real that, hey, there is a problem here. We got 20,000 different denominations of Christianity, 450 different Bible versions that can't agree on doctrine. Is this obvious enough for you yet? That there is a plot to get you to put down your sword of the Spirit and carry some fucking butter knife into battle?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I do actually, yeah.
That's exactly what the scam is. Satan is a scammer, a schemer. And I'm real good at seeing through scams and schemes. You know what
I think
mean?
most people are these days. It's just that they choose to sometimes ignore it because they're too lazy with the thinking and stuff. I don't know.
Well, I believe the Lord did have me, before I knew him, I believed in Jesus. I didn't know him yet.
Yeah, yeah.
When I got into the oil business, talk about hardcore discernment training. The reason why I was successful in that business and most people aren't, because either you make a ton of money in the oil business or you don't make shit. It's totally feast or famine. And anyhow, yeah, the reason why I got good is because I know how to listen to identify the guy that I know that will actually give me money. To give you an example, like a doctor and their personality type, they're way too analytical and all of that shit. They want to mitigate risk and all of that. When for the oil business, I need a guy with a gambler mentality, someone that likes to roll the dice. So a doctor would not be my boy. My boy is a guy with a big body and a little head, not a guy with a big head and a little body. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I like that phrase, feast or famine. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's how it was. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
made a ton of
yeah.
money in the oil business. I really did. Stupid people don't make a lot of money. It's just a fact. You know what I mean? So that's
not
why
everybody can they?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing is you got to discern quickly who's a stroke and who isn't. And meaning a stroke is somebody that you're just going to sit there and waste a whole bunch of time explaining all of this shit and trying to or whatever. Yeah, immature morons. It's because he can't accept free grace. Well, we need to get all of that put together. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is, I believe, this guy, Thick Shades, if we had a serious discussion, and I had a good talk with Praise last night, and we swapped some good ideas, and this is, we have just some fine. He didn't do anything, and the girl was 16. Minsky did all the congregation because this total stupid people.
Weren't we going to watch Smokey?
Yeah, but he's not in there yet.
Ah.
I'm looking at what he was talking to Tom, I guess, on one of his previous broadcasts. I wanted to see which one it was.
If
Here.
I contact
Burden.
Side of me saying,
Where's Tom? He said he was talking to Praise, he said. Trying to find out where he ran into him.
And that's probably on Praise's channel.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. I just started with his. Why were they on last night? I didn't even look. What's this?
Portion that was not
Oh, look at it.
fucking cool. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, I ended up falling for that monster piece of shit.
Here's the girl that got raped by Smokey talking again. They got all that going again, I guess. They claim. Wow, this is getting fucking
this
weird.
Is a different girl. It's a completely different girl. I know who.
What do you mean?
Is. This is Blaze. She's a different girl from the whole Satori thing that they're trying to push. This is a different girl that both Will Kincaid and Smokey tried to help. She's a meth addict. She's a mess. Okay, different girl.
I don't know anything. I thought this was. Yeah, I don't fucking know. That's weird. Where's this encounter with him and
is
Tom?
an interview with like this dude.
Look at this. Boy, he's really on top of this all the time.
Here.
Boy, Brandon's the new Rob Reed and Thick Shades combined. Look at this.
obvious.
He's going through all sorts of archives. I don't know where he's getting them from.
However,
Uncle Sam IM channel.
just
Wow.
Q. Yeah. I may stream again.
Where the hell is this Tom that he said he was talking to?
I think it was on Praise's channel.
Well, let's find out. How do you get to Praise's channel? I don't even know anymore.
I
Is it
have
Praise?
no fucking clue.
Well, you just told me it was on Praise's. I don't know.
I think it is, I said.
Praise I am.
Praise
I
I
guess
am
you type.
official. I think it's Praise I am official.
There's nothing there. 3 years ago.
Yeah, that isn't this. Praise I am official, I think it is. At symbol, you need to have the at symbol now.
Okay.
And then I think it's Praise I am official in one
Okay,
word.
let's find out. I'm not even
Yeah,
subscribed
this
anymore.
one, yeah.
The last live was 8 days ago. And now the next one is Proof Smokey is Josh Herbal coming up. That's going to be new. Coming up. All right. I guess we got to subscribe to this shit so we can find out what's going on. So tonight's, ladies and gentlemen, Proof Smokey is Josh Herbal. Okay. You know, I think it's time to go to court with everybody. Honest to God, I think you all should be subpoenaed and everybody goes to court over all these matters. I'd like to see it happen.
I actually agree.
I think it's time for lawsuits to fly every fucking thing imaginable.
I agree.
It is. It's time for people to go to prison. And to be quite honest with you, I really don't give a fuck if Sprider goes to prison or not. It don't matter one way or the other to me. It's not my problem.
I agree.
And whatever's behind all that shit, I had nothing to do with it. And I'm sick of people pulling shit. I mean, the guy was on my channel, said something. I don't know. Fuck, I don't care. You know, what people say. I mean, you come to my house, you try it. You know?
I love
But
you.
all this shit on here is getting ridiculous already.
Yeah, I agree, and I love you for saying that.
Yeah, it's just getting nuts, man.
Yeah. Okay, let's switch Smokey.
Yeah, I don't. Is he on? Yeah, I'm sorry. Did he make it in there?
I don't know.
I gotta go like this. You and I. Maybe he's there, maybe not. Nope.
I have no particular reason for saying this.
No motive.
I'm just saying, you know, no, my family did not approve of the relationship. I was told by Joshua, not Smokey, because I don't know who Smokey is. I was told by Joshua to lie and say that he was 18 years old so that the relationship would be considered more appropriate. I believe he was also lying to his mother to say that I was 18. She knew of me, if I remember correctly.
So, Bob, let me ask, is there any ambiguity in her statement?
You won't be allowed here. remember?
Please, Smokey, if you want to come in here, I would love to hear you claim that, you know, see, she doesn't know that. Smokey
Phil,
and
please
Josh
pick
are the
this up on
same
your screen. I
person.
got to go in there
Come
and
in,
say something.
please, and
Pick it
try
up
to
on your
play
screen.
that card. I welcome
Yeah,
it.
send me a
Did
link.
you do that?
Yeah,
Totally.
send me a link.
Okay, hold on.
So, anyways, you still there, Bob?
I got to go in there and
Yeah.
take care of business.
Yeah. So does
There
that-
is a
I'm gonna
couple
go
of
in there.
things that I would love to have asked.
I'm going to
her.
go in there and take care of
Oh,
business. Seriously.
I'm going to try to get an interview with.
Hold on. Give me.
He's going to get an interview with her. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. I'm going to say something.
Okay,
I'm going
okay. Well, I'll just say something really quick. You literally heard her say that she
Okay.
doesn't know who the fuck Smokey.
Don't worry about it right now, Sparkle. Sparkle, we got more bigger fish to fry. We're not here to.
Yeah, he
Alright.
wouldn't. He wouldn't let me talk. He
Fair
let
enough.
me,
Let me go
in
in
for
there.
like a
Let me
minute.
Again,
go in
I
there.
wonder if
I hope you are
I
listening.
challenged him on it
because
for a
you're
minute.
I'm
behaving
going in there.
Dang, and he
I'm
just
going in there
kicked
to
me
take
out.
care of business.
Pattern
Please watch
that
it.
would certainly imply that there are other victims. And if
well,
there
she
are,
might be able to confirm whoever. Now that he's been back, he's shown his face on his channel. I don't know. I mean, if you're in contact with Sam, he might put you in contact with her. I don't know.
well, there's been some people that have been leaving me comments and stuff, so I'm fairly certain on, we'll end up getting her over here for, just some honest talk.
Yeah.
What's up, Dave?
I'll tell you what's up. I got to tell you, there's a lot of things that are up. I can see that already. I didn't know you were up to no good here the last 24 to 48 hours already.
Who's up to no good?
You.
How's that?
Here's the interesting thing, though, Brandon. So if I come over here, how long do I last? Do I get kicked?
Hey, he could have sat in the back.
No, wait a minute. You come over there by my channel, you get all night long, and he gets kicked after what? How long?
He just was sat in the back.
You know, that's pretty
Yeah,
weak,
because
Brandon.
I wanted to just listen.
You know what you're demonstrating, Brandon? Yeah, I'm going to tell you what's going on here. If you pull this shit one more time, I'll never let you on my channel. If you
I
you
don't
can't
give
handle
two
smoke.
fucking shits, pal.
Well, that's I don't either. I don't either.
I was
Listen,
told by
just
Joshua,
listen for a second.
not Smokey, because
I'm
don't
not
know who
listening to any of this
Smokey is.
fucking shit.
I was told by Joshua
Not Smokey.
to lie.
I don't know who
and say that he
Smokey
was
is. Not
Brandon,
Smokey.
shut
Brandon's
that
gonna
fucking
ignore
mouth
that.
and you listen to me right
more
now.
appropriate.
Fuck you, Brandon.
I believe
Fuck
he was
you.
also lying to his mother to say that I was 18.
Fucking demon.
She knew of me, if I remember correctly.
What a fucking rat, coward. What a
So would
fucking
you say
rat.
it's clear?
All right, I'm going
Bill,
to tell you right now.
that
Shut that.
obviously
Mute it for a second.
this girl
Pro, just mute it.
claims-
Okay. I got it. I got it.
I'm laying the law down on here. There's two people that are not allowed on this channel anymore, and you know who they are. It's going to be Numi and Brandon, and there's no exceptions. I'm making that rule right now, and I'm sorry to tell you, they're not allowed at all. People that are not allowed on this channel anymore, and you know who they are. It's going to be Numi.
Sam Chan, you're
And
echoing.
there's no exception. Sam Chan, you were over here playing music. What are you doing? Get the hell out. That's another one. That's another one that's not allowed is Sam Chan, because he's been playing music here and all sorts of weird shit. He's getting overextended. I don't like it. He's gone too. So Sam Chan is gone. I don't need his fucking atheism, and I don't need Numi's bullshit. And Brandon, since he's going to start this court of public opinion bullshit, and he won't even let us talk, and he gets in here all night to talk for 5 hours, out. And don't let the door hit you in the ass. So 3 of them are gone. And if I got to add to the list, I will fucking do it. So now we'll continue. We'll watch it. Let's go. We'll watch it from this end.
I'll be right
They're
back.
not
I'll be
allowed
right
over
back.
here anymore. I just wanted to make that announcement.
I just wanted to make clear you wanted me to play more, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're back to normal here. Just play what you want, but I'm not letting no more Brandon here, no more Numi, and no more Sam Chan. That's it. Now we'll, and this horse shit with Smokey's coming up. That's why too. That's the. I'm sick of this shit, and I'm gonna deal with it. But they're not coming over here to run their mouth. They can run it on UNI Cooperative. We'll watch it from here. Is it working for you? Bro? You got something muted there.
Oh, sorry. I'm going in.
Isn't that sickening? Are you going over there?
Yeah, I'm going to try to. Do you want to play it?
Yeah, I'll play it. Let me play it, and then make sure you mute your mic when you're over there on this end. I mean,
Yeah.
go ahead. Let me share screen. We'll watch this horse shit. This is getting fucking sickening already. With this,
Actually, I
bringing
guess
up
you
the
could
old
actually-
bones to all this bullshit now with Smokey Saint, and then they're gonna make a broadcast on the Praise the I Am channel about it. Fuck this shit. If you guys don't think you're my goddamn enemy, you fucking with Smokey again over this horse shit over again. This is gonna get worse for you than it was with Shit Shades and me and the rest of them cocksuckers. Because you ain't coming here to run your mouth. You're going to run your goddamn mouth on the UNI Cooperative channel where you belong. So all you goddamn fucking pigs and devils and seducing spirits, you get your ass over there. We'll watch it from here if we feel like it because of the bullshit. But you're not coming here. I can tell you that right now. None of you are. I'll see to that. All right, here we go. Let me put this up on the screen here.
I'm just saying, I was told by Joshua, not Smokey, because I don't know who Smokey is. I was told by Joshua to lie and say that he was 18 years old so that the relationship would be considered more appropriate. I believe he was also lying to his mother to say that I was 18. She knew of me, if I remember correctly. But my parents did not approve of the relationship. In fact,
will be on the registry, and once the name is on the registry, obviously that's that's it.
I will also go on the record and say, indecent liberties with a child is a charge that can cover a lot of different things. That gives a lot of room for hiding behind a lot of different lies about what took place. Sex occurred.
Oh, here's
A lot
Flo.
of different things occurred. It wasn't just sexting. It wasn't just
You are aware she said,
one thing that
I don't
happened
know
one
who Smoke
time.
is, right?
Um,
Brian?
so
Okay, what did I tell you, Bill? That they would come in with this dumbass
Bob,
argument. That,
please don't call me Bill.
or sorry, Bob. I apologize. I am sorry, Bob. Anyhow, I told you that they would come in and try to make this dumbass argument. So now I'll add Pro to the stage. So, okay, yeah, she says that, and in the beginning of the video, she says for legal reasons she's not going to equate the two.
Yeah.
So, but we
So-
have absolutely verified that.
But you
Smokey
you
is
think
Josh.
it is the same person, right?
Yeah, I know for a fact that Josh and Smokey are the same person. No way out of it.
And how can you prove that?
Because I can prove it.
Yeah, how? I'm
I want-
asking how. Is that a very hard question to answer?
Well, yeah, Josh knows exactly how I can prove it.
How?
By his voicemail.
What voicemail?
Yeah, his phone number's publicly listed. He might want to
What?
get it taken off of Zillow, dumb fuck. So,
What
yeah,
voicemail?
and we even, from his phone number, and Lowe
Play it
even
then.
answered the phone. So just keep
Play it
trying to
then.
squirm on out of it,
Play it then.
huh?
Play the.
Well,
Thing
don't you
you-
worry.
thing you have.
Actually, yeah, it'll be played. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
play it now.
Yeah. No, you if you want to go fucking suck Smokey's dick, go do it
guess
over
not.
there, bro. We all know for a fact, absolute fact, that Smokey and Josh are the same person. So if you guys want to keep playing your little fucking games and your little tactics, go over there in your fucking echo chamber with Dave and blow each other. I could give two shits. Here it is. The facts are in. This 22-year-old man was having sex with a little girl. Period. Traveled all the way- So
When
just
did you
stop.
when did you phone that number? Where did you get the number from?
It's listed on Zillow
Oh, right.
because he used to be a realtor, and that's just gotta suck. Because I've even got the court documents of why you lost your real estate license, fucktard. So yeah,
Oh.
I
Oh.
guarantee you, because you have a sexual offense record,
He doesn't want to play the voicemail though,
probable he'll
and he
ever
kicked me
do
out
a
of there.
paying job
Fucking
or
coward.
any kind of decent business. So he wants to sit there and pretend to everybody that he's
Yeah,
successful.
let me just mute it. Listen to what I just talked to Smokey. Here's the deal. Here's the way it is, Fro, just so you know. I'm telling you what, we're the superpower over here. Okay, this is like, you don't fuck with us. Me and Smokey are like the Donald Trump and the vice president. What's his name? Can't even think of it right now. Geez, why can't I think of our current vice president? Because I just don't think of him much. But anyway, we're the Donald Trump administration over here of the fucking channel.
Yeah.
Basically, we're just a superpower. I don't care what the hell, as far as the United States is concerned. But
I
this is
understand what you meant. Yeah.
right. And nobody's going to tell us what the fuck to do over here or how to do it. We've given Brandon so much fucking presence on here, and then we go in there and get shut down and shut off. That don't work that way.
Yeah.
If you think Donald Trump would go visit Moscow and have meetings with Putin and get shut off, if that would go well, it's not going to go well for them either from my end. No way. It don't work that way.
He's a creepy fucking stalker as well.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be goddamn war 100%. I'm already declared war on these cocksuckers. It's war against the pod. It's war against you and I cooperative. This is 100% fucking war. And you can fucking mark it down.
Can I be a war general, please?
Go right ahead. You be a soldier. Yep.
Yeah, I want to. Because I believe Smokey.
Yeah, listen. I'm not asking everybody to be in agreement on every issue over here on my channel.
No, but I believe him.
You know, when we talk about matters. And then when Rick comes in here to Street Preacher, he thinks he's just going to turn it all around and make it go his way, you know, too. That ain't going to happen either. I wanted to give him a chance, but, you know, he takes off in every direction and you can't even get anything done, you know.
I mean, he didn't want to answer your question.
And I try to coalesce the whole thing together. It's not easy. And then he doesn't really cooperate, Rick. You know that. You know that. And regardless if your question is hard to answer, you know, like I was pointing out, the fact of the matter is that he doesn't give a damn and he'll go off into all different directions, you know. So here's the thing. I ain't putting up with that fucking Brandon either. Brandon can go suck the pod's cock and their sweet suck at her ass too. And whoever else it is. And look at Bob over there. Can you believe this? Well, yeah, where do you get this information from?
I sadly can't believe it because Bob is a piggy as well.
Wow.
He's as bad. He is as bad as fucking Brandon and fucking Isaac. I'm telling you right now.
Now, you know, this isn't some dictatorship over here where, you know, I'm going to like be the dictator of a fucking channel, but you know, there's going to be some order, obviously. But I mean, I'm just saying, we're not going to fucking let people fucking tell us what the hell to do over here.
Yeah, no.
It's just not going to work that way. When we go over there, when you go over there, Fro, I expect them to respect you.
Yeah, no,
because all this while they coming over here, got all this presence, and then you go over there and get kicked out. That's unacceptable to me. And I won't tolerate it. Same thing with that pod when they do that to you. They're not getting away with it with me.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, we get into it a little bit once in a while about stuff, but that's normal man-to-man stuff over here that we just do. We get over it right away. It's not like we're at odds with each other.
You and me have never had a really big argument.
No, I mean, but I mean, I don't even care about the little tiffs and once in a while misunderstandings. That doesn't matter to me. That's just part of life. But this bullshit,
yeah, that's
this kind of bullshit that they're pulling, this adversarial bullshit like this to the nth degree. I'm not tolerating that shit.
Yeah.
No way. No fucking way.
They are cowards.
Oh, are they terrible? I'll tell you what, I won't tolerate much of anybody over here like that. Numi either. When that fat face just keeps interrupting, he's gone, you know. And Brandon used to come over here and talk and complain about being talked over, and then we go over there for, don't even get 30 seconds to say anything over there. Are you kidding me?
It's weird.
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude. What do you think of that? Now, I did tell him, and I'm glad he listened to me. Get your ass over on your own channel and do it. So that is where he belongs. And that's where he's going to stay.
Good.
Yep. And you know what he's going to do? he's gonna dig his fucking grave over there for all of us to watch. Yes, he's already doing it. So let him do it. Did you want to watch this a little bit? Let's turn it on because I got to do something in the background just for the hell of it. You want to watch it?
I would rather do something else.
Right. Yeah, me too. I mean, we don't need to watch all this smoky bullshit. Yeah. He's just going over. I can't believe what he's doing. Can you fucking believe this? This is like shit shades 2.0 with Brandon. You know what Brandon really is? He is shit shades 2.0, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he is. And he's Rob Reed combined. He's both of them. And he might as well join forces with the rest of them because that's where he fucking belongs. You know that? Hang on, I'll be right back. Let's just play this for a little while. I'll be right back. I got to just to see where we're at, and then I'll come back in a few minutes here.
So straight up, if you want to come in here and defend your buddy, you're welcome to. I'll put you on the stage and everything. I just wanted you to just sit tight for a minute so you could hear the facts of the case and hopefully judge righteous judgment. If you're capable of that, of examining facts. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, she's very clear. They had sex. I'll even play it again for your dumbass. Oops. Wrong button. Let me go back to it. I get full screen. Shit. Now it's going to make me do the transcript again. So now, F and find it again. All right.
You know, that's it.
I will also go on the record and say, indecent liberties with a child.
Hope you're listening, Dave.
Can cover a lot of different things. That gives a lot of room for hiding behind a lot of different lies about what took place. Sex occurred. A lot of different things occurred. It wasn't just sexting. It wasn't just one thing that happened one time.
I mean, how you going to deal with that, Dave? How you going to justify your pal? The girl saying straight up, you want to come in and try to play the game, buddy, that Smokey and Josh aren't the same person? You'll get totally destroyed. There's no fucking way to deny Smokey and Josh are different people. There's no way you can do it. Nothing you can do, buddy. You're hanging around with a total piece of fucking garbage. And that's just the facts of the case. This is an immoral, I hate to say man, because he's really mentally a child. He's an intelligent child. I'll give him that. You're not stupid, Smokey. You're really good at trying to slither through the door of reasonable doubt, but I'm not the women in your life. Your fucking bullshit is never going to fly with me. I have an absolutely great bullshit detector, and everything about you is fucking bullshit. Every fucking thing about you is fake as fuck. I don't even know, how you landed low. I'm actually impressed. You know what I mean? That you've convinced her that you're fucking innocent, dude. Wow. I don't know how she watches this kind of stuff and believes your bullshit. It's amazing to me. Let's hear it again.
Indecent liberties with a child is a charge that can cover a lot of different things. that gives a lot of room for hiding behind a lot of different lies about what took place. Sex occurred. A lot of different things occurred. It wasn't just sexting. It wasn't just one thing that happened one time.
Yep. So pretty much the entire story that Smokey laid on us is absolute fucking bullshit. I'm not surprised. So any of you fucking retards want to come in here and defend Smokey now? Now that you've heard it from the horse's mouth, you've heard the other side of the story instead of, Smokey's little I'm innocent act. You fucking clowns. That's right. You're a fucking clown club. That's what you should name your fucking channel, Smokey. You faggot that likes getting your dick sucked by men in a bathroom. I mean, this is a totally immoral guy. Straight up. So anybody that's going to be palling around and linking themselves to that, I don't want to be associated with it in any way. All it does is truly damage my reputation that I've ever been on your fucking channel, Dave. You retard. Grow up. Anyways.
You're quite a smooth talker, Brandon.
What was that?
You're quite a smooth talker, aren't you?
Well, I'm just pissed off, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Piss and vinegar, dude. I despise victimizing children. You know what I'm saying? Children are already totally hypersexualized by music and media and movies and shit in this country already. So yeah, I mean, it does a lot of damage. It really does. Like I said, this girl's gonna have massive troubles in relationships, and this is what snuck up on Smokey, because he obviously the dude is delusional, so I'm sure he had some little romantic delusion with this child, and maybe believed he actually loved her and all of this shit. So, but anyhow, just kind of outgrew the situation, not realizing that some point in life this girl could mature and realize that everything about that whole situation was totally inappropriate and wrong. In later in the video, she even states, when I turned 21, I didn't look at 14-year-olds and think sexual thoughts about them. That's when she realized that I was a victim. That's how it dawned on her. That it's wrong. There's something wrong here. And then somebody else gave her the thought that there's probably other victims. And I'm just letting you know, Smokey, if there are other victims, they're going to be found. Watch. And that's now we're really going to see how fucking deep and dark you are, buddy. So, because, you've already convinced everybody of what a slithering little liar you are. No truth in you whatsoever. Your father is of the devil, the father of lies. The facts are in, dude. That's the deal. So if Dave and all of the clown show posse, you know what I mean? If they want to come over here and try to fucking play their games, you're welcome to. Try to change my mind that Smokey's not a fucking child molesting pile of shit. And Jay says, you all love the drama. I really don't. You know what I mean? I never wanted to get involved with this shit. Josh brought it on himself. Smokey the dumbass. So, anyhow, if you want to come in and chat, Jace, you're welcome to. Is the link still up, Bob? Let me look. Let's see. Need to minimize that. Make sure the link's still up. Yeah, I'm totally convinced. Yeah, that Smokey does indeed. He has a devil with him, dude. A demon, a devil, whatever you want to call it. This dude, you know.
Oh, there's Jace.
Yeah, you
No,
know.
I don't love drama, Jace. I'm not trying to cause any. Certainly not. I don't, I've had enough drama. No thanks.
Well, no, it's, when Smokey sits there and, calls everybody a liar, a piece of shit, a scumbag, a blah, blah, blah. When in reality, you actually are one. You know what I mean? This is, this shows serious immoral behavior. And that's a problem, especially when you're going to sit there and try to pretend you're some Bible authority or Bible scholar or great philosopher or whatever character you're trying to project. You know what I'm saying? You're too afraid.
Apparently Smokey is a theological genius, or he's been told he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
He loves little morons looking up to him. You know what I mean?
Well, why would he spend all that time attacking Isaac? I mean, I took the mickey out of Isaac. I took the piss a bit. But I wouldn't keep going on and on and on about it.
I
mean,
have
he's
nothing against Isaac, but he does annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just...
Yeah.
Again, he comes off to me as a fucking child.
Yeah.
That's the shit that annoys me. That's all. You know what I mean? I think that, Isaac would be in good shape if he would, listen to, honest and truthful people. And, instead of just automatically glomming on to, sugary doctrines. And, just realize we've been called to be in an army, dudes. We're called to lay down our lives for the truth. And I'll tell you straight up, I hope and pray that with my death, I get to die in some way that glorifies Jesus's name. You know what I mean? I hope they cut my fucking head off because I won't submit to fucking Allah or whatever fucking God they're going to want us to worship. You know what I mean? I hope and pray that I get to die in whatever, terrible little fucking way they want to do it. I leave my death into the Lord's hands. I trust him however he wants to do it. I just hope and pray that it's some way that, I get to go down in a blaze of glory, baby, swinging to the bitter end. So, anyways, none of these,
Fro, do you feel like putting this on your screen for a while? I got to go over every now and then and put a jab in there.
Take a peek real quick. I'm just curious.
Sure, I need the link again.
Spewing out of their mouth.
Yeah, you want to know what we're spewing out?
Oh, they're live streaming on you.
Hey, Brandon, I don't even have to go over there. Hey, Brandon, you want to know what we're spewing out of our mouth? I'll tell you what we're spewing out of our mouth over here. Nothing. We're watching the spew come out of your mouth. That's what we're watching. We're watching the spew come out of you. And you know what you should retitle your channel? You should retitle it Shit Shades 2.0 and Rob Reed 2.0 because you're a combination of both of those losers. Put that on your fucking live and smoke it.
Yeah, they don't want to do that. So,
see, he's not man enough to play that.
Yes,
Give me
sir.
the link, and you can go.
Smokey's full of shit. What a surprise. I'm shocked. How about you, Bob?
I'm not shocked at all, actually.
Not surprised at all. Let's see.
I'm sick of the whole thing, though, Brandon. I got a bit, as I said earlier.
Okay,
sure.
Go over.
Wanted to make sure that, yeah, Smokey knew without a doubt. I've watched the video. I've heard both sides of the story. You're not innocent, dude, so don't even try to play it. It's over. The gig is up. So you're not going to get any sympathy from me anymore. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. Now I can see all the you lied through your teeth to me about the whole story. And that's a fact. Hold on. Did somebody just pop in? Here we go.
So you said I could come over now. Are you going to block me again or what?
No, I'm done playing the video. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth, right?
So then here's what it is. So are you going to have like a trial by jury now or something to convict Smokey Saint's alleged criminal activity or whatever?
No, it's just I'm not going to play any more games with this guy. I'm not going to have any sympathy
Who's
for
playing
him.
games? You're the one playing the games. I don't see anybody else playing games. You're the one that starts all this shit.
Okay, here's Smokey.
By the way, are you going to be on the Crazy I Am tonight with them going live about the whole thing? Are you one of the guests?
I've never been asked to be a guest, but I'll.
Yeah, but you see, they got one lined up about Smokey.
Yeah,
tonight.
of course, I'll check it out.
Yeah, you'll be there. I guarantee you. You know what? You should retitle your channel. You know what it should be?
What?
Thick Shades 2.0 or Shit Shades 2.0. Should make it Shit Shades and Rob Reed 2.0. That's what you are. You're a combination of both of them.
So honestly, though, David, in truth and in honesty,
I'm being honest.
Okay, so are you going to tell me that it's okay for a 22-year-old man or 21-year-old man, college student, to have sex with a girl in the 8th grade?
How do you know the actual facts of this case without a shadow of a doubt?
Yes, I
You
do.
really do.
Yep.
Would
Yep.
you raise your right hand and swear to the Lord God above right now?
Absolutely.
Let's hear you. I want to hear it. I, Brandon Iris.
On the Bible, buddy. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
And you swear that all the information that you have concerning what you claim to be Smokey Saint Josh Herbal is 100% accurate without charged.
Absolutely. That Josh Herbel and Smokey Saint are absolutely the exact same person.
And if they are, what
shadow
does
of a
that
doubt.
matter? What is the conclusion of the matter?
That this character, Smokey, is dishonest. He is absolutely, totally narcissistic, cares nothing for anybody else's feelings in any way, and he's incapable of any truth. So there is no way that this guy that wants to blaspheme God and blaspheme the Bible and all of that is in no way indwelled with the Holy Spirit. Not a chance.
And what's the what?
You
what's
I
the,
have hope for, Dave.
for what?
Hopefully that you'll fucking pull your head out of your ass and stand for God.
Listen, say it again, baby.
The Smokey is not a liar. He's answering everything what you said to him. You know, he's not a liar. He's telling the truth. He's not. I think Smokey been blackmailed.
You think that Smokey was blackmailed? That he was not. He was not blackmailed. He groomed a child online. Ask Jenny Lynn. Jenny Lynn, do you think it's okay? Jenny Lynn, do you think, just real quick,
You don't know how to lie, you know?
Wait, hold on. Say that again,
Jenny,
Brandon.
yeah, Jenny, do you think it's okay for a 21?
Go ahead. She's got to go. She had to go. I'm sorry. Say it. She'll hear you though. She's listening. Go ahead. Say what you say.
Do you think it is okay for a 21-year-old man to have sex with a 13-year-old girl? Yes or no?
Well, I think it's okay for 40-year-old Isaac to have sex with his 15-year-old wife, Rebecca.
There's all the evidence points to Rebecca being 20 years of age when they were
You
married.
did the Chat GPT search, and your Chat GPT tells you otherwise. So now you decide not to believe Chat GPT in that case, but otherwise you believe it.
What do you mean? ChatGPT laid out all of the different claims.
Yeah, I know.
ChatGPT claimed that the most accurate is in the Book of Jubilees. It counts Rebecca as 20 years of age. And again, this is why that's important and why the King James translators put the Apocrypha in between the Old Testament and the New Testament when the Catholic Bible tries to cram the Apocrypha into the Old
But you'll believe the record of Jubilees over Chat GPT.
Do I believe the record of Jubilee?
You believe the Apocrypha. You just said you believe the Apocrypha was correct on
No, I
Rebecca's.
think what I was trying to point out is the reason why the King James translator put it in there is for historical accuracy reasons. Like, for example, you wouldn't know where Hanukkah came from unless you knew about the story of the Maccabees. They put it in there for historical context reasons, but said straight out it is not inspired scripture. None of these are inspired in any way.
Where did they come out and straight up say somewhere in writing where I can go read it that the translator said this is not inspired scripture in the Apocrypha that we translated?
Well,
Where do they say that?
I'm paraphrasing, of course, but yes, they do. They do claim. Oh, we got Numi coming in. This ought to be
For fuck's sakes, are you senile? Are you fucking senile, Brandon?
I'll see you later. I'm not going to listen to this fat fuck interrupt me. I'll see you later.
Okay. Well, I can put him in the back for a minute. You know what I mean?
When I come in here, I'll be treated like the fucking president. You'll treat me like Trump. We're the superpower over there on the news unit broadcast. So we've already given you so much platform. So I expect respect here when Smokey comes here, because we've let you run your mouth for hours on end, and we don't come in here to sabotage your channel or any such thing. So from now on, you respect our presence.
Well, you know what I mean? And from now on, you respect my presence.
I do. I've already done it many times.
Really?
Absolutely.
You think allowing everybody to talk over me, call me a
No, that's not what we're talking about. That's just a matter of panel
salesman.
discussion.
Yeah.
Don't get ridiculous.
The truth is, the actual real deal liar is Smokey.
When Fro comes here and when Smokey comes here and when I come here, you will treat us with the respect that we deserve. I don't care if you disagree and you got an issue with him. You'll talk it out. But you don't give him 30 seconds and throw him in the back. I'm not going to tolerate that shit.
Yeah, because he
understand me?
started making his claims, so I
don't care what you think about it.
I wanted to
You
play
will
the
let them
video.
talk on your channel when they come here, or you will suffer consequences.
Suffer consequences of what? Be it not being able to come
Whatever
on
I
your
decide,
channel?
whatever I deem necessary.
Oh no.
You understand? I think you understand. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, idle threats mean dick to me, dude.
That's not a threat. That's a fucking promise.
I'm just telling you.
And
I don't.
I'm
give a
going to
fuck.
make the deal here like
Whatever
Trump
you
makes
wanna
his
do,
deal.
dude. If you want to find out if I can knock your ass out, you're more than welcome to.
We'll do it because I know Mike Tyson, and I know, and they're friends of my friends, and we'll do it in the ring in Las Vegas.
Ooh. Well, call Mike. Let him know.
And then we'll have Mike Tyson watch us fight. How would you like that?
That would be awesome.
I think it would be.
I do too. I would.
And
do
Smokey
it.
wants a piece of you. I'll let Smokey go first.
Yeah, right. That'd be funny.
Yeah, baby.
That would be hilarious. Then you'd be forced to be a man.
I know. No, I got it all set up, baby. We got people we know in Vegas, baby. Don't worry. It's not talk. It's action. Believe me.
Yeah, but
Well, may the Christian Lord guide my hand against your Roman popery.
But listen, the point is not fighting in Vegas as much as it is on this bullshit, which you becoming Shit Shades 2.0 and Rob Reed 2.0
No,
now.
I'm just somebody that stands for truth, for real. You're
Well,
a
maybe you're
lying
part of
piece of
SFT.
shit.
You're SFT
You're
2.0.
hanging out
isn't it?
with a fucking child molester. There's no fucking way around it. The dude's on the sex
know.
offenders list. The girl says straight up, we had sex when I was 13 years old.
Did you listen to her ma on the phone? Call in. Go play that part. Go find it.
This video?
I think it is.
Okay, well, let's
Go listen to her ma on the phone. Say some things to her in entirety. I want you to analyze that conversation.
Sure,
And then come talk to me.
I'd be happy to.
Find it. It's somewhere in there on one of them videos.
All right, here, I'll find it if it's in here. So I'll go call. Nothing under call.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know what to look for in that search, but it's there. It's somewhere. Somebody's got it somewhere.
Let me see here.
No more, but we're gonna make a deal, and I'm the Trump in the deal. You understand that? No more disrespecting Fro when he comes here. To the point. Now, I get it. Listen.
Has Fro ever given me an ounce of fucking respect? No, never. Kiss Fro's ass. Suck my dick.
Well, if you don't like it, tough shit. Smokey and me are the top two broadcasters, whether you like it or not. And we're the superpower. You certainly won't respect. You certainly will respect me and Smokey.
Around in tights and fucking in capes together and shit, or what?
Because we know how to handle it, and we're not here to sabotage your broadcast.
You can't sabotage my broadcast.
I wouldn't do it anyway. Why would I do that?
Yeah, how you gonna? I can kick you the fuck out whenever I want.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
It's my channel.
But when I want to talk to you about a serious thing, and you're running your mouth about us over here, I might come over here and I demand respect.
I demand.
You understand
respect. That? Well, you need to earn it. That's how respect works. If you're gonna fucking sit there and justify this lying piece of shit, then you do not deserve respect.
You will.
So
that's how respect
definitely Josh at the time wasn't living in North Carolina, but California, right?
He was living in California, correct? I was living in North Carolina.
Right.
The relationship started online. He flew to North Carolina to see me, had sex with me, flew back to California.
Is that clear enough for you, Dave? I mean, is there any ambiguity to that statement? Oh, he left. Oh, did you guys run away because you're scared to face the truth? So you had to run away. Look at him. He ran away again.
Nobody ran away. I just left because he starts playing the video.
Smokey, that he's
I'm busy. I got dishes to do.
Look, defend Smokey. When the fuck have I ever done that?
This shit. All right, we'll watch this. I'll be in the
I just
background.
asked, are you over here to say it's okay to fuck kids?
No. Are you nuts?
You're sick of that shit too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might play it, but I'm gonna do some dishes. I'm actually probably gonna play it because if he starts getting mouthy about me, I'll go in there. He's gonna respect us. I don't give a shit if he don't like it. It really don't matter. Many times.
I will see you later, okay?
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Really raging.
I'm gonna
and
be
then I felt
in the
bad for
background anyway.
Low, his girlfriend he's with right now, and he won't let me talk to her.
Sure.
Of course not.
It's embarrassing. Scientists have proven.
Not just embarrassing, she's believing his bullshit, right?
Yeah.
He's got her under like a spell or something. And I'm like, Lo, wait a minute, snap out of it. Who the fuck is this guy? And yeah, it's just really sad.
It has
And
some kind of spell over Dave too. It's amazing to me.
yeah, it's really fucked
so
up. I don't know where the fuck he came from.
Yeah.
This is the story with Smokey, okay? This guy just came out of nowhere. The first encounter I had with him on the news unit, I was like, this guy is fucked up, Dave. Like, who the fuck is this guy? The guy disappears. I never liked the guy. And
Yeah,
then
he got put on 3 years of probation and couldn't be online.
yeah, and then Dave says, "Oh, Smokey's coming back," and I'm like, "Dear God, no!" Right? And then I'm like, "For what?" So he comes back and he's like, "I'm gonna be friends with Smokey." I'm like, "Okay, this guy is really vile, but at least he says he's Christian." But it doesn't make any fucking sense. I knew he was lying from the beginning. And then all of a sudden, he comes out saying he's an atheist now. He doesn't believe in Christianity. Blah blah, all this stuff. And Dave still goes with it. You know, that's what I was like, what the fuck?
No, absolutely. Like, wow, Dave. I mean, I don't know what kind of walk with Jesus you're on, buddy.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, you know.
It doesn't make any sense. It is fucking weird all the way
Yeah.
around the board that you're going to continue to try to defend this guy. It doesn't make sense, man.
Nothing makes any fucking sense. Like anything Smokey says doesn't make any sense. Nothing Dave is saying makes any fucking sense. And you know, like the devil's the master of confusion. Now, I'm not saying these guys are the devil, but they're definitely being influenced by the devil because of what they say.
When you're dancing,
They're
with
dancing. They're dancing hard. Yeah.
you're not living in truth. To be in Christ is to be
Yeah.
in the truth. Yeah, you're welcome in, Jace. And I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to drag all of this shit out, but yeah, this fucking clown forced my hand. You know what I mean? You sit there and attack my character all of the time, and with all of your projecting, I knew it was all projection. And here's the facts. The
Yeah,
facts are
these are actual facts. When I call you a
actual
scammer
facts, you're a
online,
total fucking scumbag, and it's a fact.
yeah, when I call you a scammer online, I'm just fucking busting your balls. You understand? There's no facts to back it. It's just whatever I say. But here are the allegations. Here are the facts. These are the pictures. These are this is the case. This is the case docket here, right? So.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Brandon?
How are you, bro?
What's up? What's
Yeah,
up?
sir. Okay. So I'm just listening to this, you know, and what interests me is why is this being dredged up now? I mean, in the past you've been okay talking to him with decency about certain topics. Why now?
Yeah, because I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I listened to his side of the story, and I kind of sympathized with him. But now that I've heard the girl's side of the story and know the truth, everything he told me was a fucking lie to make himself look like the good guy. And I get it, because I'm sure this is embarrassing. When you're in college and you have to go date 8th graders, it reveals you have some serious sexual inadequacies and you're very insecure.
So if it's embarrassing, why is he pointing the finger at everybody else and calling everybody else? So that's his tactic?
So listen. This stuff here that you're looking at now has been online for pretty much a year now.
For 3
so
years. The video
you would have
3 years.
You would have
old.
so you would have had plenty of opportunity to look into this before. So, but why are you looking into it now? Why are you doing this now? Like you said, you gave him the benefit of the doubt. Why are you not giving them the benefit of the doubt now? Is it because you are disgruntled?
Now I know the truth.
No, I think it's because you're disgruntled. That's what.
What do you mean,
signs
Jace? What the fuck are you talking? Maybe he just discovered this stuff right now.
I will
shut up,
openly
Amy. I'm not
admit
talking
to you. I will openly admit to you that yes, my motivation is because of all of his verbal assault behaviors has absolutely motivated me to, I'm glad that I stumbled onto the other. I want to hear the other side of the story before I pass judgment. I've now listened to the other side of the story. I know for a fact that Josh, Smokey are the same person, and he's fucking lied about every fucking thing. And you want me to pretend with you?
So
that he's
basically, you're on the same
So all
page,
this-
right? Smokey's a piece of shit,
so-
and
so all
Ryan's
this
fucked
stuff-
up, right?
So all this stuff is allegedly 20 years ago. All right. Can we dredge up everybody's past from 20 years ago and just make a shit show about it? Because
So it doesn't matter, right? When Smokey
this is
said
what it
he used to
feels
suck
like.
cock back in the day, it doesn't matter, right?
What matters is
Oh, it doesn't matter, yeah.
What matters is are you sucking cock, Noomi? That's what matters. All right.
Never,
So let's
never
just
did, never have,
cut
never will.
out-
But he says
Okay.
he did. He
Cut-
says he
okay,
did, and then we find these
cut out-
allegations, and then he says he's an atheist,
on.
and it all adds up, doesn't it?
Okay, so
Hold
cut
on,
out.
hold on 1 second, Noomi. Okay,
You're gonna
Jace.
let me talk?
Yeah, Jace, real quick.
Mm.
In the video, though, the girl explains, everything.
I know. I've heard it before. I've heard it before. Yeah, I've heard this. I
So
was
you've
there.
heard this. You've heard this is the first time I'm hearing this, and I knew the guy was a son of a bitch.
Yeah, so I've heard this before.
So
but the
you're
reality,
telling me you
So
know
you're-
he
you're
is a son of a
telling
bitch.
me you've
so the reality is we don't know all the facts. We really don't.
What do you mean?
And
You
if we
just
do-
said
and
you
if-
heard this.
And I,
Hold on, let me just
hold on,
explain.
hold on. If
Yeah.
we don't know, hold on. If
Hold
we
on,
don't
Noomi.
know all the facts, then we really should be displaying some epistemic humility in this
So,
situation.
no.
Listen, man,
Because
we
you
know,
don't
we
have all
know.
the facts, Brandon.
The
You
girl's
really
side of
don't.
the story. Yeah, according to the girl's side of the story, that
Allegedly.
sorry?
Alleged story. It's an alleged story. Yeah.
Okay, I'm saying the other party's side of the story. The Bible even commands us to listen to both sides of the story before we pass judgment. I couldn't pass any judgment and tolerated this fucking dude. I hear the other side of the story, and now I know the truth of the matter. So she clearly explains in this video that she basically, when she turned 21 and realized that, she doesn't look at 14-year-old boys in a sexual way, that, something was wrong. And then she had talked to a friend that made her realize, there may be other victims, and that's why she felt compelled to report it, because she's just before this just learned that there's no statute of limitations on sexual crimes.
Okay,
So
so
this
if this situation has been sorted out in a court of law and a verdict has been put down,
and he was guilty.
Hold on. Then why are we dredging this up? Why are we continuing
keeps
to go
lying
down this
and
road? What do you
saying
want?
he's
Okay, what do you want? Okay, then I'll ask you, what are you hoping to gain from doing all of this? What do you want from this, Brent?
I don't want anything, but
Well,
the
why are you
truth.
bringing it up?
Yeah,
Why are you
I
bringing
just
it up?
want honesty and truth, and not little tactics and games that we play with the Bible and all of this fucking garbage.
Okay, so it's online stuff. I mean, you're not going to hear truth for the most part. There's not a lot of authenticity, with a lot of people online. They're warriors behind a keyboard. We know that. All right. So once again, I'll ask you, what are you really trying? What are you really trying to get?
Yeah, can you establish a motive as to why this girl would say this?
I'm not willing to actually get into any of this. What I'm willing to do here is just find out your motive for doing this. Why you feel to dredge this up right now at this moment?
Because right now is the time for disclosure. This is potentially bigger than the Epstein files. Okay, do you know about the Epstein files?
Because
this guy could possibly be linked.
Okay, I'm not going to over talk Noomi. Okay, I'm just going to leave if he's going to do that. So you know what? So if
the motive is perfectly obvious, money. Money.
If you are
Money's
disgruntled by all
This is
Okay,
a fake guy.
Are you
Always
saying
has been.
money is her motive?
was a shakedown in 2017. It's a shakedown now.
You're really
Yeah,
hard
good
to
day, Charlie.
hear,
Hey, Charlie, good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you, man.
Obviously, when did this start? Does anybody know when this started? It started in 2017, the same year that Judge Kavanaugh was falsely accused, the same year
Right.
that Judge Roy Moore was falsely accused. All of these hoes found out that you go after a man with property, you might get something. You could shake him down. Finally, Smokey couldn't be shook down that easily. So this hoe waited until North Carolina elected its first black district attorney for that particular district. And that's when the criminal charges were filed. Gee, what a coincidence. 20.
Now, hold on a second. She was a kid when it happened. She was a kid when it happened. What'd you expect her to go to the cops when she was a kid? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? You're going to blame the kid. You're going to blame the victim? Oh, man. See, maybe you're a weirdo, too.
Jack off.
Okay. If we're going to start insulting,
shut up.
Put him in the back if he's going to start insulting.
What do you mean? This guy is blaming the victim.
What victim? The victim is the one who's being shook down for money from this.
Oh yeah, there's no victim here. So why would somebody go and
So Charlie, are you talking about the?
You're not a child. You understand?
Yeah, so Charlie.
You're not a child at 13. You can legally marry in California.
So another question.
You can legally marry. This is no child. And these charges are filed more than a decade later. Are we stupid?
Yeah, I know. I know.
I explained.
I know more. Actually, it's more. Actually, it's more than a decade. It's more. Can you shut this down a minute? So it's more than a decade later. But the other elephant in the room we got to ask is, why does she feel to come online and speak to these two about it? You know,
the whole story.
It's just ridiculous.
Right now, Jace,
right, Charlie?
revealing
it's
that
just
you
play,
didn't
it's
watch
just
the
it's
video.
just playground antics.
No,
Jace, you're revealing that you have to
morally
watch
bankrupt
the
this
video.
brand and to eat up this gossip.
I've watched the video.
Charlie is crazier than I thought.
It tells the whole reason, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I've watched
if
the
you're gonna
video,
go
but
real quick. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Bro, Charlie's out of his mind.
She had an upcoming court date for Smokey's deal. And so she Googled Josh Herbel and saw these videos, and then she reached out to Thick Shades and asked him to be able to come on and tell her side of the story.
You know what? So I'm really here to find out what your story is, Brandon. Okay, why you're here, why you feel the need to play this. Now, this has been played dozens and dozens of times. So, Charlie, you saying that this came out the same time that Me Too movement was going on?
The same year.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Now, I just moved it to the part of the video where she explains
this whore
this
waited
was
until
way
the black
before Me
district
Too.
attorney was elected.
I wonder how much money. I wonder if she got to pay. I wonder if she got some money from doing this.
Oh, you're fucked, Jace. You're really fucked up. God bless you, man. I pray for you guys.
Well, seriously, you guys aren't really
down for money.
Being taken advantage
This
of.
is a broke.
I'm not
Just hold
sure
on
what
one
you're
second,
saying,
guys.
Like, for example, like Josh would be crying victim. He's like, "Oh, I haven't done anything wrong. You know, it's that whatever her
Oh,
fault."
absolutely. I think that I heard something about him saying, "Oh, yeah, that this has to do with the Me Too movement, and that
that.
yeah, that the Me Too movement has ruined his life, and that the only reason that I did this was because of Me Too." I would just like to go on the record and say that Me Too had absolutely nothing to do with this. I reported this in April of the year before Me Too happened, and he was arrested October 4th of that year, and I believe Me Too didn't happen until something like October 18th, 17th, or 18th.
Okay, so there you go. Okay,
So
Jace,
Me Too
motherfucker.
happened after I reported it, and after he was arrested. So
Fuck
Me Too
you,
had
Jace.
absolutely nothing to do with it.
Fuck you,
The
Jace.
reason that I reported it was because I
Anyway, calm down there, Numi. But anyhow,
No, I'm just really pissed off because these guys are so quick to blame the victim. It's so quick to blame the victim. Jace has no idea about this case, no idea. But he says you have no idea, Brandon. But he's so quick to blame the victim. He will not listen to this girl say that it had nothing to do with the Me Too movement.
and that's where I'm saying, please establish a motive.
Okay,
as to why
so hold on. This Me Too movement, we allegedly see when it came about, but this Me Too movement's been going on behind the scenes far longer than that. So, and also, Nimi, you insulting people is not helpful.
What is the point? What is your point? Are you trying to defend Smokey?
No,
I
I'm
want to know
not.
what
No,
is your
I'm not.
point.
No, I'm not defending anyone in this.
So what are you doing?
I'm really
What are you
not.
doing there?
And the reason what I'm doing here is I'm questioning your character, you guys' character, for thinking that you need to play this right now.
No, I stand by what I say. From the beginning, I knew Smokey was a fucking weirdo, and this proves it. Okay,
This has got
done.
nothing to do. This has
If
got
it
nothing
looks
to
like
do
a duck,
with-
and if it quacks like a duck, and it
This has
sounds
got
like a
nothing to
duck,
do with Smokey.
it's a duck.
You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo too.
Okay,
so
whatever. That's your opinion,
you're
and I'm so glad I don't talk to you anymore, man. I'm so glad.
Well, the
After what I
reason,
heard
the only
you say
reason
blaming
why
the
you,
victim,
the only
you're
reason.
disgusting.
Hey, can you mute it? The only reason why I don't talk to you anymore is because I don't come on here because I'm not into. I'm making something of myself. I'm not interested in playground antics. I'm really not, and I'm interested in advancing the kingdom. That's what
Good,
I'm
yeah, your
interested in. I'm
kingdom, yeah,
interested
go ahead.
in the kingdom. No, the kingdom meaning the kingdom of God, the kingdom that's not of this world. A city that will be
No, you're
built
focused
by
on
the
your
hands of
kingdom.
God. A city built by the hands of God, not by the hands of men. I'm not interested in a city built by the hands of men. I'm really not. And these online cities are just absolute nonsense. If I can have a decent conversation with intellectual honesty with people, where we can fellowship and grow together. That's what I'm after. I'm after genuine connections with people. I really am. Authenticity. That's what I'm after.
You're a piece
I
of
don't
shit.
get-
Phil's a piece of shit.
So
Smokey's a
anyway,
piece of
I don't
shit.
get, and I don't get that from Numi. I
Hold
don't
on,
get that from Numi.
something, please, real quick, as far as I'm in
Yeah,
total agreement with you there, Jace, because without truth, what knowledge can we hope to obtain? That's why when we have people that keep bouncing in on conversations, spitting a bunch of shit as though it's fact when it's not, you know what I mean? And nobody fact checking people and shit. That, I mean, this behavior has to end because we're completely unproductive as Christians. We're not advancing the kingdom in any way. We're not accomplishing anything. There ain't no fucking fruit being produced by any of this garbage because
Absolutely.
because we have to, shine the light now on all lies and quit playing fucking games.
So I would love to do a stream with you sometime on truth, because what I see with a lot of Christianity is they become the arbitrator of it. They become the gatekeepers of it. And I'd love to do a stream with you on that sometime, because when you become a gatekeeper on truth, it's only truth according to your perceptions, which is very, very limited, because none of us have absolute truth. So I'd love to do a stream sometime with you on that, because that would be really interesting.
Jace, man to woman, okay? You're the woman, I'm the man. You honestly think
So
that...
shut up. I'm not interested in the insults and the add-ons. Really
Let me
not.
state my position very clearly, Jace, that I believe firmly, and you know this, that thy word is truth, that the King James Bible, to me, is the source for absolute pure truth, and I base my decisions off of that. My truth.
Okay, so the reality is that the KJV came from the Masoretic text in 1100 years ago, and the reality is that that is also a copy of a copy. We do not have the original manuscripts. We have copies, and we're at the mercy of the interpretations. We really are, whether we like it or not.
Well, then
Now
you're
you can say it's some
then you're
divinely.
claiming, yeah. But what I don't think you realize that you're claiming then that God has left us to the mercy of the scholars and their interpretation versus God's promise of purification and preservation. So you and
Yeah,
I
you know
agree.
what? Yeah,
One of the
yeah,
methods of preservation was that, because none of the original autographs exist. And so, if God intended those to be the preserved word, then he would have failed. So obviously he didn't intend that the original autograph manuscripts to be preserved. They are indeed inspired, and there were copies upon copies upon, lots of copies made of all of the letters and scrolls and all of that stuff. And that's how, multiplication is where it put the silver into like its ore form, like gold or silver ore, that now, because of all of the human errors in the copies, needs to go through a purification process before preservation. And that's where I'm saying it is fulfilled in the King James, and why the King James has specific authority for doctrine over the true church.
Amen, Brandon.
So the true church, Brandon, is the church. The kingdom's inside of you. It's quite clearly, Scripture says that the kingdom is within you,
Kingdom of
right?
God,
So,
yes,
so the true church is God's people. We come together. We are the temple. The church is inside
We are
of you
supposed
now.
to move as a force, as a corporate body.
So,
that is
so I have,
the law.
yeah, right. So I look at
Me and
all
Brandon
these
are
different
people.
denominations. I look at all these denominations and all these different churches as institutions of men. That's all they are. Institutions
Are you
of
born
men.
again?
Okay.
And if you'll
If you're gonna,
notice,
so if he's gonna derail this conversation I'm having with you,
No, I'm
Brandon,
not derailing. I'm
then
asking,
I
are
will
you
leave.
born again?
Okay, I really will, because he has a habit of doing this.
just hold on. Newman.
So the insults
Yeah,
and have a
because Dave,
conversation.
we're getting into
Newman.
an important topic right now. This is about the principle of authority with God. So this is where Jace is nailing onto something here, as far as, because you will see a very common pattern with all of these false religions and how they move themselves into a gatekeeper position of, you got to go through us to get to Jesus to then get to God.
It's a false authority. Yeah, it's a false authority. They gatekeep it, and they have this fault. They have this certainty. They have this certainty. When you look in Scripture, when Christ was speaking to the Pharisees, he turned around. Before he turned around and called them sons of the devil, he told them that they take from his kingdom what does not belong to them, and they become gatekeepers, and they gatekeep the gate, and they stop people from entering in, and they make people twice the son of hell that they are. This is what we're seeing in modern day. No different to back then. It's a religious institutions that are built up to do nothing more than take your autonomy away from you, because your true autonomy in you is Christ in you. Christ in you is the hope of glory.
Listen, that's exactly what Smokey does. That's exactly what Smokey does.
Okay, don't bring Smokey up. Don't bring Smokey up, and I'll tell you why.
This is the topic.
Because
Smokey is the topic.
Well, real quick, Doomy, let Jace speak.
One interesting thing that I have seen with Smokey is that since he left his form of Christianity, he displays more epistemic humility. He displays. Let me finish. He displays more intellectual honesty, and I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
Let him speak.
I'm telling you now that he's very different than what he was when he was in his form. Whether he's deconstructing or reconstructing, I don't know. I think he's reconstructing, okay, because he understands and realizes and sees the hypocrisy, and he sees the gaps.
You love Smokey?
In in modern day Christianity, especially in the West, it's full of
He doesn't
gaps.
see his own hypocrisy, does he?
It's full of gaps, man.
Me personally, from my position,
Full of it's full of indiscrepancies. Surely you guys can see that.
With Smokey is that I mean, there's no humility. I get no humility or any respect whatsoever from this guy. That's why I'm saying he lit the fire. You know what I mean?
Humility is knowing that perhaps you don't have all the answers. Perhaps the certainty that you claim is nothing more than wish-wash. That's the humility that that's the humility that I'm speaking of, because there's a whole lot of things. There's things that you think you know. Then there's a whole lot of things.
Are you, Jace?
Okay, you need to shut him up.
Chill for a second, Numi.
So part of
say it in the comments when you want to say shit like that for a minute.
you actually don't even laugh. It's not even a laughing matter when he does this. It's just getting really old. This has been going on for a decade with him.
I want to try to move toward serious conversations.
So when we look at
unity,
right,
because we have to be unified by doctrine. That's the only thing. How can two walk together lest they be agreed? And it's really important, in my opinion, at this point in time. We better get our fucking act together, because Team Evil, they're playing like professionals and we look like the Keystone Cops.
Yeah, so yeah. So for me to finish off, I'm going to but it is in scripture. It says, if a man thinks he knows something, he ought to know nothing, because he doesn't know as he should. There's a way to know something. And the problem is that we are so blinded and so ignorant to the fact that there's a whole lot of stuff that we don't know. In fact, let me just finish. There's things that we know. There's things that we don't know there's things that we know we don't know. Okay. And then there's a whole lot we don't know that we don't know, which is huge, which is vast. And it's only as we grow in our life that we begin to perceive some of these things. Right? There's a whole lot we don't know. And if there's a whole lot that we don't know, then we should be displaying epistemic humility.
Okay, now
we really should.
Did you want to say something, Bob?
Yeah, I wondered if we got that statement from Tony Cato. There's things that we don't know that we don't know.
No, I didn't get it from him. I'm just trying to explain the framework here. The framework when that scripture talks about there's a way to know something. And these know-it-alls, Bob, and this certainty that they profess to have is why we have thousands and thousands of different denominations of Christianity. They're all professing to be the one way, the one truth, and everyone else is in error.
In my opinion, Jace, the reason for that is the 450 different Bible versions that all have different doctrine in them. So,
it's got a lot to play with it. It's got a lot to play. Yeah, it's got a lot to do with it. Yeah.
And then, I know right now that I can never convince you by my, by my personal experiences. So, but what I can say to you is I absolutely, unless I am the most delusional fucking guy on the planet, I believe I have a real relationship with the real Jesus that really leads me into all ways of truth and shows me things. And when he shows it to me, I know it's true.
Amen. And Brandon, can I say, I've been more than patient. Can I ask you something?
Wait,
for the record. Yeah, hold on. I just want to respond to Bob, because me and Bob don't normally talk that much. No, I don't listen to Tony Cato. I listen to Kevin Thompson for the most part, but many others, I glean from him.
They are. Let's give Numi a shot.
What I was going to ask Jace is, never mind all this, okay? Pretend like none of these allegations came out or anything. From your interactions with Smokey Saint.
Okay, you need to catch a clue. You need to catch a clue, because you're just trying to derail now.
No, you're not. You're not going to answer the question. From your day-to-day interactions as a man with another man. It's not derailing. I'm saying, do you think this guy... Do you
Just let
think?
him
He's
answer
gonna
the
do,
question real quick, Jace, please.
yeah, and then I'm going to ignore him for the most part because he's just derailing. But carry on.
It's not derailing. It's an honest question from
Well,
your
because I
from your
have an
experience.
important points to bring up too. So, but go ahead.
Yeah, from your experience and your talks with this guy Smokey Saint. Whenever you talk to him or whatever the conversation might have been, did you take away that this guy is a straightforward, legit, good person
Honest
who's
man.
in the truth, honest, exactly, all that stuff? Brandon knows where I'm going with this. Did you take that away from, or did you get the opposite? Like, oh, this guy is vile, this guy's fucked, this guy's, I don't know, there's something not right about him.
So firstly, I don't know him enough to make those assertions.
From your
He's a man.
interactions.
I don't know him enough, even by my interactions. I don't know him enough to make these assertions. Okay, because he's a man 10,000 miles away. I haven't walked in his shoes. I don't live his life, so I really can't make those assertions. Okay, does that answer your question? But
Well,
one thing I
see,
can do. But one thing,
as a Christian,
because if I make hold on, because if I make that assertions, then I have to make assertions on everybody. And all of
That's
you are
right.
rotten to the core at times. And this is, I don't have time
Okay.
for, I have
So,
zero
as
tolerance
a
for the dramas.
Christian,
I'd rather be out
Jace,
making something. Rather
we're
be out making
commanded to be vigilant. We're supposed.
Hold on 1 second, Newman, because here's my problem: is to have characters like this within the community. If we're going to sit here and try to get serious about handling the holy word of God and be serious about the battle that we're in, then we cannot have these constant distractions of nonsense and propagation of lies, as for example, that King James was gay bullshit.
Okay, so I hate to break the news, but without Smokey Saint, there is no community. Okay, and I'm not even in the community, but that much I will say. He's built this community. Without him, there is no community.
I disagree strongly with that. Yeah, in my opinion.
I'm not talking about Praise I Am community or anyone else's community. I'm talking about the community that he's built.
No, Smokey was on Dave's channel.
Oh, Dave didn't even have a community. He just had I don't know, his disciples. He just had his disciples.
Community, though.
Brandon, I get accused of derailing and causing discord and stuff like that, but I'm very consistent. I'm always consistent with what I believe. I believe in Jesus.
You are. You're very. I want to. You are.
But honestly, these guys like Smokey.
Real quick, Numi. Let me just say, yes. If you would just behave a little more maturely, dude, I think you would gain a lot more ground in conversations rather than sometimes you drift off into your kind of childish shit, not trying to throw shit in your face, but, just silly shit you do. Like
I am a child, though. I'm younger.
So I would say that Numi is very consistent, very, very consistent in his derailments. Absolutely. No, it's true. It's true. He's very consistent in that.
He has ADD. I agree. So
I am a child, though. I'm younger than everybody. You know that.
How old are you, Numi?
I'm in my 30s.
Okay, yeah, I'm in my 50s.
He's 10 years old, going on 30. Yeah.
But all I can tell you, though, dude, is that I am absolutely committed and have a deep, profound love for truth, for the truth. And that is the relationship that I have with God. And when we continue to have all these fucking characters that want to come in and propagate lies all of the time, just one example is, Smokey and the fucking King James being gay bullshit that we absolutely totally fucking destroyed the lame ass argument. And he continues to propagate that lie, him and Charlie Michaels, so they cannot, put their fucking ego down and just acknowledge and accept truth.
Yeah, I actually want to have a talk with Charlie Michaels on that belief, a topic at some point because I got something else to add to the equation, which would be really interesting. But I'm not prepared to bring it out on here because I don't think most of you will catch it. But
All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All
no,
right.
no. So hold on. It's not meant. That's not meant for an insult. It's not meant for an insult. But Bob, you know that some things in life are not taught; they've got to be caught. Some things are caught in life. You can't teach some things, right?
Hey,
Bob, you know that.
I've
You
heard
can't
Charlie
see-
Michaels talking. These people are assuming the dishonesty of the translators. They cannot prove that the KJV is monogistic. It's absolute tosh. What they're saying.
So it's not. I don't think it's
And
about
the- and
proving the monogism.
the latest claim that we've got from Dave is that we're all going to do obeisance to Dave and Smokey.
So
What a load
it's
of
not.
shit.
So, yeah, I know. So Bob, it's not the monogism that I'm talking about. It's what's called slippage of thought. Okay.
You know what?
It's that from when the KJV was written and what it was trying to convey and the thoughts, there is a lot of slippage from then to now.
Well,
And,
what I
that's
would say, Jase, is
talk about.
get a 17th century English dictionary, King's English, and have a look at that.
That's
I've got one on
probably
my
a prime
laptop here.
example. Right. So that's probably a prime example of the slippage of thought, how we misinterpret things today from back then, right?
You know, Jace, that languages, I don't like the word evolve, but languages do morph, they do change, they do evolve, you know.
Yeah, they
They
do.
lose meaning, slippage of
You know
meaning.
what?
I
I'm
know
starting
what
to
you mean.
have enough of this
Talk to
Dave guy. Should I go over there? I'm thinking of going over to Wisconsin.
I've had enough of all of you.
Yeah. So why do you think I haven't been around?
You want me to
Because
go
you've had
over?
enough
I
of
will
us.
go over to Wisconsin and I'll get this shit straightened out with Dave.
Actually, to be
You've had
honest,
enough of everybody.
I'm doing really well because a lot of you are teaching
No, they
me what
were
not to do.
Illuminati land, you dunce.
A lot of people
Yeah.
are teaching me not what to do. I'm doing really well with that, Bob.
Dave's
Just saying.
a piece of shit these days, man. I can't believe David.
Okay.
You know, Illuminati land is a Calvinist, don't you? A Calvi turd.
I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that. No, is he really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
He's never-
Illuminati land is, yeah.
Dave's
never-
unbelievable.
Oh, okay, he's never spoken of this. He's never spoken of this, or has he?
No, well, ask him, Chase. You know, don't take my
Dave
word for it.
Numismatic King says you're unbelievable. Fucking piece of shit, Dave. I'm gonna go listen. Last time I went and we punched a punching bag.
So you insulting people is not helpful. If you're going to insult someone, at least do it to their face and move on.
Listen, what am I going to do with you, Jace? You are starting
Your
to
turn.
believe Smokey's bullshit about like
Your
non-believing
turn,
and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're just trying to red herring now. This got nothing to do with what we're even talking about or what we even have been talking
No,
about.
that's why I'm insulting
Got
you.
nothing
Do you
to do with
understand?
me.
Because of the
Got nothing to
bullshit
do
you
with
say.
Okay, so this has nothing to do with me. This is to do with what we're doing. What we're doing
No,
on
I
this
got a
channel.
personal
Stop
beef with you.
with the insult.
Personally.
You have a
Personally.
personal beef with everybody. You know what? If you didn't have a personal beef with everybody, then you'd have nothing to talk about. That's the reality of it. You have to insult people. You have to do this. There'd be nothing else. You wouldn't have anything else.
I'm talking to you right now. What is my beef with you? Okay. My problem with you from the beginning is you're a flip-flopper. You just
You don't
like to
even know. You
flip-flop.
don't even know me. You don't even know me. And the fact is, if I flip flop in life, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in now. I'm very, I'm very, very certain. It's not flip flopping. It's that if I'm impartial, I'm impartial for a reason. I don't need to be in a tribe, but I will stand on the sidelines and I will watch from a distance, and I will make my own.
No
decision.
matter what you say about me, I've been KJV only. I've stood by Jesus.
The only reason, like sometimes I was on Dave, sometimes you guys all do that. The ultimate flip floppers here.
What are you right now? What are you?
The
Are you
ultimate
Discord right now?
flip-floppers here. ultimate flip floppers here is you guys going from one channel saying one thing, going back to the other channel.
I'm persistent. I go to every channel, but I am Numismatic King. I'm never going to side with anybody else.
Yes,
Okay?
you are consistent. Listen to this, guys. Yes,
Today
you are
you're Smokey's
consistent.
friend. Tomorrow you're Dave's friend. The next day you're KJV's friend.
Okay. You are consistent in your flip flopping. I know this. We've seen it. Yeah. You go back.
Me and Bob hate each other, but I have enough respect for him because he stands by what he says. You're a piece of shit. You'll change your mind, Jace.
Brandon, the only reason why he's talking like this now is because you're away from the keyboard. Brandon,
oh, yeah, there's
if you don't come back
to
soon,
control me.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. No, because I'm not interested in conversing with your nonsense and your toxicity. We were having a decent conversation. We were hitting on some really important topics before, and you had to derail again. You just can't help yourself. You can't help yourself.
I cry, gay. All right, I'll stop because I love you and it's pissing you off. Okay, I'll stop. I promise.
Do you want to learn something? Maybe practice. Do you want to learn something?
What? Learn what from you? You don't even know what the fuck you believe.
Okay. I know exactly what I believe. Okay, but I have. But I know that I don't have this arrogant certainty about me, professing to have all the answers. Absolutely not.
So why do I have all the answers then?
Because you have epistemic arrogance. That's why.
Oh,
that's exactly why.
Bob, can you defend me here for a second?
No, he knows. He knows that you what you're about. You don't need to say anything. Everybody knows.
So why am I the youngest one, but I'm ahead of everybody on here?
Because a 10-year-old always thinks they know everything. That's why. Good grief.
Exactly.
Hey Bob, were you saying something before?
Yeah, I'm not on anybody's side, and I'm not in a tribe or any of that.
I know you're not. That's why I like you. That's why I like you.
Yeah.
You're not.
Anybody who thinks I am, I mean, you're deluding yourself.
Yeah, you're not. You're a lone ranger.
Listen, I mean, to be fair to Numi, he does have little sparks of insight here and there, you know. He's not stupid, I wouldn't say. Totally.
Yeah, so but the thing is, he comes on here and you don't know whether he's going to have a little spark or whether he wants a dumpster fire. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, dumpster fires can be fun, I suppose. It lances the boil a bit.
Yeah. So I consider, and I don't mean this as an insult. Is it an insult? No, but I see Numi as a locale. Okay, and locale is someone that fills in the gap. That's part of the intermission.
He doesn't do himself any favors sometimes, you know.
I just get blamed. I'm the scapegoat. It is a dumpster fire, but I'm always blamed. It's always my fault that it's a dumpster fire, you know?
Are you still listening to Kevin Thompson, your boyfriend Kevin Thompson, Bob?
Yeah.
The only reason why I say that tongue in cheek because Vickel has to insult you, and he's full of insults.
Have you heard the latest one of Kevin's, Jace? It's quite interesting. Well, I mean, they all are mostly, but that latest one is done.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's able to articulate in a way that few people can. It's really interesting. Yeah,
because I get along with Bob better than I get along with Veckel. I don't know Veckel.
Yeah, because we all know, Bob, that language has its barriers, and when you're talking about stuff that's ineffable, language is very, very difficult to describe the indescribable, right?
Well, I mean, language. I mean, if you go and look at the dictionary, get a thesaurus, and look up the word perfidy, P-E-R-F-I-D-Y. There's about 20 different words you can use from your thesaurus, and